Hello everybody, welcome in here to the Truth Serum, Steelers Nation. Joey the Truth Wagner with you. Steelers Nation, be sure to click that like button, give us a thumbs up if you're brand new. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Everybody, even though the off season is here, we'll still be bringing you Steelers content from now all the way through July and August, training camp, preseason, and into the regular season for next year. And everybody, this afternoon was the season-ending press conference for Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin. And this is the story that was reported by Mike DeFabo. He is a Steelers insider. And this is what it says in the article, quote, as the report is that George Pickens showed up late to the Christmas Day game against the Kansas City Chiefs. He's a player. His job is to play football. And he showed up late to the game. Late. Like, where was your head at? Up your backside? Showing up late to a game? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Here's the story from The Athletic. Here it is right here, quote. I'll read it word for word here, quote. It says, Pickens sat out the next two games with a hamstring injury. When he was finally healthy, how did he respond? By showing up late for the Christmas Day game against the Kansas City Chiefs. Tomlin asks players to report to games at least 2 hours before kickoff. On December 25th, Pickens walked through the media entrance an hour and 25 minutes before kickoff. That was after inactive players were announced. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, George Pickens? You're a football player. And your job is to play football. And you can't arrive at the stadium on time? And when you came to the stadium, it was after the inactive players were announced. So if you didn't show up, you would have screwed your team. Because they couldn't have had a body replace you because the inactives list was already announced. Once it's announced, it's announced. Like, you put your team in a bad position. A bad position. And you were also horrible in that game against the Chiefs, too. Steelers got their butts kicked 29-10. And Russell Wilson threw that red zone interception in the middle of the field. And that was the play where Pickens quit on his route. That's bad. That's really bad, folks. That's really bad by George Pickens right there. That is unacceptable. And I don't know what's even more unacceptable, that it took this long for the story to be leaked. Or that there was no discipline reported on George Pickens for this situation. That's as big of a red flag right there as there, I'd say, is. We know Pickens has had his character issues and pouting and whatnot. But showing up to work, an actual game, showing up late to a game, that's unfathomable. Mike Tomlin was asked about it at the press conference today, and I don't know what was worse. The action by George Pickens or this response about it from head coach Mike Tomlin. Here's the audio. You take a listen for yourselves.
Last one.
Any accuracy to report that Pickens was late on Christmas Day for the game against the Chiefs?
Man, that's a few days back. I really don't know I have the answer to that, to be quite honest with you. I got a lot going on in pregame. I can't answer that definitively.
How don't you know? You're the head coach. Folks, this is another WTF moment from the Pittsburgh Steelers. In that building and in that coaching staff room, they are not well run. They are not well run. In that response there, Tomlin was completely caught off guard by the question, and he was stuttering through his response like he was Porky Pig. He looked like a kid who got his hand caught and his hand was in the cookie jar stealing all the cookies. Like, he did not know how to respond to that question. Kudos to the reporters today asking these tough questions, and actually for the first time in like ever, asking tough questions to him at the podium. Mike Tomlin, that response there, I don't believe you. I don't believe you one bit. Of course you know. Here's what he said again.
No, I have the answer to that, to be quite honest with you. I got a lot going on in pregame. I can't answer that definitively.
You know everything that's going on in that building. Everything that's going on in that Pittsburgh Steelers building. You are the one with the most power and control in that building. You have fingerprints and hands-on on everything, even on the stuff that you honestly shouldn't, like the offensive side of the ball, and personnel, and drafting. You know darn well everything that goes on in that building. You knew, I don't believe that, and you were trying to stumble your way and outsmart your way out of it with that answer. What a freak show in that Steelers building. And you can add it to the list of examples. The list of examples of why this franchise is doomed. Doomed. Not only did the players quit on Tomlin in a playoff game in Baltimore, players aren't even showing up to games. That is... I don't have the proper vocabulary to describe this, except shaking my head. Steelers Nation, leave your comments on this whole situation down in the comments section, and be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We'll be bringing you more off-season Steelers content in our series of How to Fix the Pittsburgh Steelers. From the Truth Serum, Joey the Truth Wagner signing off. God bless. Good night.